would you share with our audience what when they see a hotel deal on Gustazos.com, can you share with them what you had to go through in order to get that deal live?
Good question. Good question. So for the last 9 years, we have been able to develop really strong relationships with hotels on the North Coast and around Jamaica pretty much. And that has allowed us to, assist them in helping them with inventory that, they're unable to move. Now, these relationships were not very easily started. They take time like any other relationship. You start out at a certain level and kind of work your way up. So I have to definitely give a lot of kudos to the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. They host an event called JPEX, and JPEX is a gathering of all the hotels and suppliers, so they may meet and trade services through these mini meetings, which basically allow a lot of negotiation to prosper, and also strengthen the relationships that we would build with the hotel industry over time. And they've just now come to know us as the flash sale masters, so to speak.
Right, but and I thank you for that. But I think it's important to emphasize the fact that you are in direct communication with a decision maker at the hotel that where you work with them to create the right package in order to present our users. And every little detail of that deal has been reviewed by you and reviewed by them. So there's no questions asked when that guest purchases that voucher and shows up at the hotel. Like, it's guaranteed that you're going to get your stay. So I want to make sure that our audience understands that we're not going through a third party. We're working directly with the hotel. The deals that you're seeing have been approved by the hotel. If you call the hotel and you ask them, hey, do you work with Gustazos? They're going to say yes. So we take a lot of pride. We invest a lot of money. We invest a lot of energy in having these relationships and in working these relationships to ensure that our guests have a very smooth process in not only their check-in, but during their stay at the hotel. Fair?
Absolutely, absolutely. And these are, many negotiations that take place with the sales and revenue departments of these hotels to come and develop the right package that we can put forth to the local market. Another thing I want to mention that I did not mention earlier when we were talking about red flags in the article was that another great way to check is to actually call the hotel and verify the package that you're being sold to ensure that that hotel has a relationship with that travel broker. That's definitely a red flag that you need to look out for in terms of not being had by any type of scam or anything like that. And also, furthermore, definitely always try and get a banking business account if you're transferring money, because personal accounts, it's very unlikely that the name of that actual agency would be in the name of the person. So those are a few other things to look out for. But in terms of the behind the scenes, yes, we do work tediously to develop contracts with these hotel partners. And that is also why it's very easy to book through us and communicate via customer service, because we act almost as a liaison between the guest and the hotel.
Yeah, well stated. And I think you mentioned two key points there. Number one, a way that you can check some safety boxes when you're dealing with a local travel agent or an agent in general is ask the hotel if they have a relationship with them. Number one. Number two, if you get a personal bank account to deposit to make the payment, that's a huge red flag.
Yeah,
for example, we only accept credit cards on Gustazos, which the reality is that you're protected by the bank in case you have an issue with that credit card. So don't pay personal accounts. Fair?
Absolutely.
And be careful with these scam artists, which unfortunately they're out there and they know that hotels are very attractive and people want them. Fair?
Absolutely.